Hello everybody, my name is Kevin Chinyande and welcome to my YouTube channel. Basically in the next series of videos I am going to be talking about the process of being employed on a cruise ship. Now I know a lot of my fellow vloggers basically will show you all these beautiful places in the world, all the different types of food, all the different types of adventures that they will be having as they travel the world on a cruise ship. That is one major perk when you are employed on a cruise ship. You get to travel the world and get to see all these different places, have all these adventures. But what I would particularly like to dwell on, I think, is the process of you getting to that point where you are traveling the world, having all these different adventures. So I want to have a look at the processes, outline all the processes, all the requirements that one has to take. So basically we're going to look at all those processes. I know it differs from cruise ship to cruise ship or company to company, but then I will have a look at the process that a Norwegian cruise line takes, because that is where I applied. So I pretty much have a good understanding of the process there, so that these videos can help somebody who is looking at applying, or somebody who is already applying, because right now there's current massive recruitment going on. So basically that's what I will be looking at. So don't forget to share, like and subscribe, so that you are notified every time I upload a video. So I will try to go into depth or into as much detail as I can, so that these processes or these videos actually can make these processes easy, or help somebody out there who is trying to apply, or somebody who wants to apply, or somebody who has already applied and has faced a challenge, because I will also highlight the challenges. So let's get into it. Alright, welcome back. My name is Kevin Chinyande and this is my YouTube channel. Basically now what I want us to look at is the application process. Okay, basically you have looked up a job, you have looked up a company that you would like to work for. Now, what is the application process like? Now, you find that I will make reference a lot to Norwegian cruise lines, because that is where I applied. That is where I am most familiar with the process. So let's have a look at it. Now what happens, they have a portal or a web page. You can Google it as Career 88 as in the number, like this here on the screen. Now you will have a page open up, successfactors.com. Now that is where you have a portal. Now you get to sign up and fill out a form. Now this form has got different questions that build your profile. You will also get to put a profile picture on there as well. Now you will also get to upload your CV on there, or your resume, and it has to be in PDF format. Now once you've uploaded your CV, this is where you use that very same page to go and apply for the various positions. Now I applied for photographer. Now once you have applied, then you get an immediate response acknowledging that your application will be looked at, and somebody from the recruitment team will get in touch with you. Now what I want you to remember is that this process is not a day process or a day-to-day process. It takes time. I probably had to wait about 2 weeks to get somebody extending an invitation for an interview. So I got an email about 2 weeks later after applying for the job. That's when I got an invitation letter asking me to take an interview. Now the interview, this is on Norwegian cruise lines. It is done via an application called Spark Hire. Now that is an application that you will download on your smartphone. So basically, that invitation letter will have a link, to the application. So if it's not already on your phone, you will be guided on how to download it on your Google Play Store or your Apple Store. Now once that application is loaded on your smartphone, then you can take your interview, because already your interview is loaded. Now what happens is, when you do this interview, you can do it anywhere, anytime. All you have to make sure is that you are in a place where there is very good lighting, or you can add your own light, make use of a ring light, right? Your phone has to be in landscape format, right? Now that's when you can take the interview. I think they give you maximum 3 days to take the interview. So from the time when you get the invitation to take the interview, you have 3 days basically to prepare yourself and then take the interview. Now when the interview is loaded, you have a question that appears on the screen, and you have about a minute to think about the answer, or how you are going to structure your answer or your response. And then after that, automatically it starts recording. Or if you are confident enough, you can skip the minute. Once you've seen the question, you can just skip and start recording your response. Now you respond in video format, and then after you respond, that is when you upload this video. Now I had a little bit of a glitch here. Now by default, the Spark Hire app is set to upload videos via Wi-Fi only. Now at the time when I took the interview, I was using cell phone data. Now you need to have quite a lot of data, because the videos are quite big, so you need to have quite a lot of data to upload them via cell phone data. Now you need to have quite a lot of data to upload the videos via cell phone data. So I started the interview, and then when I had finished the first question and wanted to upload the response, that's when I got a notification that said your application is set to upload videos via Wi-Fi only. So I had to get out of the interview so that I could go onto the settings and reconfigure the application. But as a result of doing that, the Spark Hire app assumes that you are leaving the interview so that you can go and research on a particular question and then come back and answer, which will then be cheating. So once the interview is started, the app wants you to take the interview right through without having to go out. If you are to go out, then it submits your answer as blank. So the first question that I was asked, tell us a bit about yourself. That was submitted as blank because I had to go out and reconfigure the settings. So I had about 6 questions, so I only answered 5. The first one submitted as blank because of the settings. So please take note of that. So before you take your interview, just make sure that your settings are done. But this is only for Norwegian that uses Spark Hire, or if there's any other company out there that uses the Spark Hire app, have a look at that before you start your interview. But then I think you can also, there's an option for you to retake your interview. I think you have another chance or 2 chances more after your first attempt. I think you've got 2 attempts as well to retake your interview. But then what I then did was, when I submitted my link with the video, I wrote an email to the recruitment officer, to say, listen, I had a problem, A, B, C, D, E, and then they just reloaded another interview for me. The first question was the same, but the other questions were totally different. So that is the application process. And then a couple of more weeks pass by, and so when you submit your application, basically, or your video interview, sorry, when you submit your video interview, I had applied for photographer, so I had to submit my portfolio as well. So the portfolio, what I did was create a folder on my Google Drive, add a few samples of my work, rename it to portfolio, and then send the link as well. Send the link as well with my video interview link. Now, make sure you set the Google Drive link to access to anybody who has the link, and make sure they are also editors, so that they are able to download your portfolio and have a look at it. So once that is done, a couple of more weeks pass by. So basically we are in about a month, from your application to the interview, and then after that, that is when you get your conditional letter of employment. It is a conditional offer letter of employment, so it comes later after all that is done. So your video link and your portfolio is sent to the hiring manager, right? This is in regards to photography, right? I'm not so sure what happens with other posts, but hiring manager, and then the hiring manager gives a thumbs up, and then you get your offer letter, right? So that is the basic process of application. Now, from then on, you are then assigned to an onboarding coordinator. Now, this is just somebody who makes sure that you have all the right documents, you have taken all the right tests, medical tests, you have taken all the right and necessary vaccines to make sure that you get onto the ship. Now, this is for Norwegian. This was a separate agent, right? So you are gonna do a little bit back and forth with that. So I will do another video explaining the requirements that this onboarding coordinator makes sure that you have before you get onto the vessel. So stay tuned and have a look at the next video, where I will be outlining all those other processes, or the requirements that you are supposed to have in place in order for you to proceed to the next step. So don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Catch you in the next video.